chair.
Boy, I sure picked the wrong week for the nose job.
Judy, where do you want the chips and salsa?
Oh, Mavis, the theme of this meeting is tropical, not Mexican.
So what did you bring?
Hawaiian meatballs.
Hawaiian meatballs?
Yeah, right there.
Hawaiian meatballs? What's the difference between Hawaiian meatballs, the Swedish meatballs, and Italian meatballs, or meatballs?
They have pineapple in them.
Ooh. Well, anyway, what's this secret meeting about? You said in your email that you were going to start a new club.
It also said tropical theme. Bring an appropriate dish. You bring chips and salsa to every potluck, Mavis, because you're so cheap. How are they tropical?
How are they tropical? Well, you look at that label. It says mango salsa. Now, everybody knows that mango is a tropical fruit. And I'm not cheap. I'm on a budget.
Well, never mind.
You still didn't answer my question. What's this meeting all about?
The obvious need for more tighter enforcement of the rules. But hold your horses. I want to wait till everybody else is here before I go into detail.
Well, who else is coming?
Well, Claire Fitzpatrick, but she can't make it. Club Thespian is having auditions for their version of 12 Angry, what is it? 12 Angry Women, yeah. It's this afternoon, and she's the director, so she can't come. It's too bad they can't get more men for their group.
Well, did you see that last play? What was the name of it now? Let me see. What did they call it? Well, anyway, I really liked it a lot. However, I heard that Sally Fishbeck sent them a letter for saying damn it 3 times. If she was so offended, why didn't she leave after the first damn? Damn it, what's the name of that play anyway?
She's so close-minded.
No, that wasn't the name of the play.
I mean Sally Fishbeck.
Oh, that's right. I heard she kicked you out of her book club.
Who told you that?
Well, Karen Ames saw LaRue. LaRue, okay, I never can remember that. All right. And LaRue saw Connie Williams, and Connie Williams said that
She did not kick me out. I quit.
well, right. And who else did you invite to this meeting?
Well, Helen Lupko, but she's getting a facial this afternoon.
A facial? Is that another word for another procedure?
Good Lord, I hope not. Good heavens, you could bounce a quarter off that woman's face.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Never mind.
What about the girls in the stretch exercise class? What about Margaret and Arlene?
Oh, hell no. Arlene is all right. I know her from Glee Club, but nobody can stand Margaret.
Well, who is coming?
Winnie Masters, and she invited Gretchen Johnson too. I don't know her, but she lives near you in that big 2-story colonial with the koi pound in front on Blossom Avenue.
Oh yes, I pass there every day on my power walk, and I love those little fishies. I even named one of them Bernie.
Oh yes, I'm sure you did, dear. Do you know Gretchen?
No, but her husband has the cutest golf cart. It's the Woody station wagon.
He just died, you know.
Oh, no, what a shame. I wonder if she's gonna sell this golf cart.
Well, Winnie thought it might be good for Gretchen to go out of the house a little. And apparently she doesn't have much of a social circle.
That's too bad. I wonder why.
Hello, ladies. Sorry we're late. There was no place to park.
Well, hello, you must be Gretchen. I'm Judy Creighton and this is Mavis Duncan.
Oh, so good.
It's barbecued koi.
Winnie, doesn't anyone read their email? It's a tropical theme, dear, and you're supposed to dress accordingly.
Well, excuse me, but my grass skirt is at the dry cleaners. Besides, who the hell has theme parties anymore? What do you want me to do with
I'll
this?
take it. What is it?
Hawaiian punch.
We need one more chair.
Are you expecting somebody else?
No, I guess somebody brought one in already. Well. All right, let's get started. I thought we could meet first and then eat later. If that's okay with you?
Fine.
I guess so. Sure.
Okay, thank you for coming. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that we share a deep concern for the continued welfare of the Chatterton retirement
Oh, that's good.
Tropical thunder.
Well, we all moved to Chatterton because it's safe, it's clean, and we enjoy the amenities of country club living. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Here, here.
But lately, I feel that our so-called Board of Administration has become Board of Administering the laws of this community. They seem to have turned a blind eye to people who think the rules don't apply to them. Hypocrites. Rules exist for the common good of all. I follow them to the letter, and so should everyone else.
So do I.
I'll drink to that.
For example, the Gleasons, who live just down the street from me, have a shrub in their front yard that is 3 inches higher than the maximum allowed. And last Christmas, they left their lawn decorations out until January 5th. The association covenants clearly state they should be taken in by the 2nd of January. It's not right, and I want to do something about it.
Me too. I'm tired of people who park in the red zone and for half an hour and leave their flashes on, so it looks like they're coming right back.
Or people who leave their trash cans out for 3 days after pickup.
Or drive golf carts over the speed limit and they just, whoa, they just plow through the stop signs.
Or have 100 little garden statues that sneak into the yard and stare in the windows at night. And the dreams start all over again.
What? Anyway, I am furious. The Housing Code Committee is issuing citations to these people. That's their job.
Well, in all fairness, there are only 3 of them. They can't police the entire community.
Exactly. That's where we come in. They apparently need help. We need to show every scofflaw in this community that their disobedience will not be tolerated. Am I right?
Absolutely.
If people go around breaking every law they don't agree with, anarchy will rule.
Anywho,
Anarchy.
I don't know her.
Never mind. It's our civic duty to ensure that the rules are enforced equally, or Chatterton will simply become overrun with chaos. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Wake her up.
I'm sorry, bad dream.
Oh, it's the garden statues, they're coming!
Ladies, will you focus? Please focus. Oh, I called you together to propose that we become the unofficial rules police of Chatterton Retirement Community.
Can we carry guns?
What?
Just kidding. Focus, focus, focus.
Never mind. As law-abiding residents, it's time to take back our community. If the board won't take action, we will. We can start by writing letters to every homeowner in violation of the rules.
What if they won't listen to us?
We'll go to the board and present them with each infraction we encounter. They'll be forced to take action when it's right under their noses.
We could send copies to all their neighbors
Good idea.
with pictures.
Perfect.
We could make a list of all the rule breakers, post it in the community bulletin.
Yes, that's excellent. What else?
We can set their garages on fire.
What is wrong with you?
Just kidding.
Never mind. We'll wear t-shirts with our logo so people will see us coming and know we mean business. I brought a sample.
We'll be like Charlie's Angels.
In a girdle.
I thought we could call ourselves the Chatterton Civilian Rules Administration Police. Here, there. You don't like it?
It says crap!
No, it doesn't. It has 2 C's. Don't you see that?
Actually, I see 4. But I don't give a rat's behind how many C's you see. But it still says crap, and I am not wearing a shirt with crap.
I like it.
She does have a point, though.
Okay, we can rethink the name, but you get the idea, right?
Absolutely.
I need a drink.
I guess so.
Excuse me, does anybody own a Cadillac here? Then, parked in a parking area, in the handicapped parking area without a handicap sticker?
I told you there was no place to park.
You know, ma'am, I suggest you move it, and otherwise we'll have it towed. It's policy.
What's the big deal? The parking lot was full, That space was empty. Besides, I'm old. Isn't that a handicap?
Oh man, is that alcohol around here? You know, we have a rule against the use of alcoholic beverages in the meeting room. And then, that's smell. That's smell. It must be fish. Yeah, that's a violation of the food policy. Say, what type of a group are you anyway?
Book club?
Bridge club. You know, I don't believe I have you on my planner. I don't think you're supposed to be here. I'm going to check my schedule.
I guess we better get going.
Didn't you reserve a room?
Well, technically, we're not an official club, so we're not allowed in the meeting rooms. But I figured since no one was using this one right now, what difference did it make?
Well, what are we going to do?
Let's adjourn for today, and we can meet at my house next week. Does Monday work for everyone?
I guess so.
Works for me.
I have court that day.
Oh, jury duty?
No, just a little misunderstanding that I have to clear up.
About what?
Well, I needed a new wallet, so I went to Walmart, and I found one that I really liked. But I didn't know whether or not it would actually fit in my purse. So I decided to check it out. And they thought I was stealing it. And now they're trying to frame me.
Frame you? How?
Well, they waited until I get out to my car.
You left the store with it?
Oh, I forgot. And you know, when they were checking my purse, I think that security guard is the one that put these John Denvers on tape too.
You like John Denver?
Oh, I
You
love
like
him.
John Denver? Well, I can make you any CD you want. I use a bootleg system and sell it in Just let me know.
Oh, thanks.
Just as I thought, this room is supposed to be empty till 1 o'clock when the Philatelist Club has it too.
They have a club for people with gas?
I'm sorry.
Stamp collectors, dear. Oh, never mind. We're leaving right now.
I am really sorry. This time it's just a warning. Next time it's a $50 fine for the violation of your alcohol and your food policies. And then I wish you would remember that the rules exist for the common good of all, you know. Of all the nerve.
Can you believe that?
Who does she think she is? That's a policy violation. Please.
Our association pays her dues.
Oh, so technically she works for us.
We should have her fired.
Or killed.
Yes. No, oh, never mind.
Why is she picking on us? Our whole purpose here was to help them.
Yeah, we're fine, upstanding citizens, and they're so oppressive. That's not right, and I want to do something about it.
Me too. Pushing old people around. They should be ashamed.
Yeah, why shouldn't our club help them? We should be protesting their stupid rules.
Hey, I have an idea. We'll start a different kind of club. We can call ourselves Concerned Citizens Revolting Against Policy.
That is still right.
I know, but I already ordered the shirts. We'll break their stupid policies on principle. Just to make our point, I'm going to start by taking all the little condiment packets from the snack bar and using them in my motorhome.
I'm going to put the aluminum foil back on my windows.
I'm gonna hang my laundry out on the balcony.
I'm gonna bring glass containers to the pool area.
I am not going to pick up my dog's poop.
That's actually a good rule, dear. Okay, ladies, pack up your stuff. We have a new mission. Let's meet at my house Wednesday at noon, and we'll plan our strategy.
This is going to be fun.
I'll bring my camouflage makeup.
I'll drink to that.
Another potluck, but this time we'll do a patriotic theme. Everybody wear red, white, and blue and bring an all-American dish. I'll make macaroni and cheese.
I'll make a fresh apple pie.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'll bring a case of Bud Light.
I'll make Southern fried carrot.
No one left the lights on. Who does such a thing?
The same jerk that steals the sports section from the paper in the library. So you want to play here?
No, it smells like stinky fish in here.
Okay, you want to go back to the community room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get that.
Hey, Joe, did you hear? Frank Johnson's cart's for sale. I'm gonna get me a Woody.
Good luck with that. You forgot to get the light. Okay.
All right, folks, we're gonna have a short.
Hello? Yes? Who's calling? Who? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Could you please speak louder? Yes, thank you, that's much better. Now, who did you say you were? Acme Security. Isn't that an odd name? Oh, that's your company. And what's your name, young man? Bob. Now, that's a very nice name, but I'm a little old-fashioned. Would you mind terribly if I call you Robert? Thank you. Now, what can I do for you, Bob? A problem with my bank records? Oh dear, what sort of a problem? Someone attempted to access my account. Well, yes, that is a problem, isn't it? And aren't you nice to call and tell me? Well, I'm sure it is important. Well, Thomas, my daughter usually... What? Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Robert. I'm getting so forgetful. I'm afraid my daughter Cindy handles my financial matters, but my account number, well, yes, I have it right here. I've been just going over my bank statements. You have a pencil? Okay, it's 597-91325. Did you get that? Good. Is there anything else you need? My pen? Why in the world would you need my pen? Oh, my PIN. That's like a password, isn't it? Yes, I thought so. Well, let me see. I believe it's Grace. Yes, the name Grace after my niece, Barbara. That's spelled Grace. Do you have that? Good. That's not it. Wait a minute, I just remembered. Grace ran off with that musician fella, and Cindy didn't feel she should be rewarded for that kind of behavior. Cindy's my daughter, did I tell you that? Oh, I did. Have you children, Fred? Well, don't you worry, you have plenty of time for that sort of thing. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, the musician. Well, his name was Jack, played saxophone, I think. Shame, really, such an easy name to remember. Grace, I mean, not Jack. Although Jack is just as easy, isn't it? I had an Uncle Jack. He was a fireman. Poor fellow had a drinking problem, fell off the truck and killed himself. Never married, thank goodness. What? Oh, yes, the password. I'm sorry to hold you. Oh, you're very kind. I could call Cindy. She's my daughter. I shouldn't do that. Oh, I see. Her name isn't on the account, and you couldn't speak to her. But it would be me speaking to her, wouldn't it? You need it right away. Well, of course I understand. It's just so hard to remember. No, it's definitely a girl's name. No, that's not it. No, not that either. Though Joan is a pretty name. I had an Aunt Joan, a nun. She ran off with the priest. Family never spoke much about that. Funny, running off seems to run in the family. Oh, yes, the password. Could it be on my bank statement? No, I meant I might have written it on my statement. You know, sometimes I do that just to keep things together. Let me check. You're very patient. Most of my callers hang up by now. Oh, I have it. Here it is. Are you ready? 597-91325. What? Oh dear, you're right. I'm giving you my account number again. Wait a minute. Here's a number. Yes, here it is. I'm sure this is it. 750-09125. Oh dear, I've done it again. This time I gave you my account balance. What? I can't. John, you're speaking too quickly. I can't understand you. Please slow down. What? Yes, that's the balance. $750,091.25. Yes, it is a great deal of money, isn't it? Well, I have my Uncle Larry to thank for that. A lovely man and very successful in real estate. He collected stray cats, had over 25. He never had any children, and the cats were sort of his family. There was Kitty, Whiskey, Smiley, Grumpy. What? Well, I was just trying to tell you about Uncle Larry. Before they put him away, he made me promise to take care of the poor creatures. A lot of work, I can tell you, but you get used to things. And after all, a promise is a promise, isn't it? Oh dear, I'm straying a bit myself, aren't I? Now, let's see. Well, it's interesting you say that. Yes, we did consider using Larry's name as a password, but Cindy never took much to Uncle Larry. Felt he was a bit off in the head. If you ask me, he was as sane as any of us, just liked to collect cats is all. Sort of a hobby. Do you have a hobby, William? Well, you should find time for one. It would help you relax. You pardon me for saying this, you seem very tense. Must have something to do with your line of work. Shouldn't wonder having to deal with criminals all the time. Well, addled or not, Uncle Larry showed me how to be successful in the real estate game. And for that, I am very grateful. Oh yes, I own a good deal of property. In fact, I have my eye on a piece right now. I've tried to get Cindy interested. She's my daughter. But what with raising children and all, she never seems to have the time. Cindy married one of the Mullen boys. His name is Charles, same as yours. And two lovely children, Mary, John, and David. John and David are twins, you know. Wonderful children and just as bright as pennies. And they're getting so big. What? Oh yes, the password. There I go again, running on. Now let's see. I don't suppose I could call the bank. No, you're right. They wouldn't know, would they? That's what a secret password is for, isn't it? Secrecy. Speaking of secrecy, Harry, my mailman, told me several of our mailboxes had been broken into. Can you imagine? Yes, you have to be careful. That's what Harry said. People were trying to get access to people's credit cards, bank accounts. Can you imagine someone doing such a thing? How silly of me. Of course you can. That's your business, isn't it? And thank goodness for nice folks like you and your firm for keeping an eye out for that sort of malfeasance. Acme Security, wasn't it? Now, isn't it funny? I can remember that, and I can't seem to remember a simple password. Fortunately, I don't have a credit card, but Mary Carroll, she's my neighbor, she told me she was shopping on the outer net with her credit card. And well, wouldn't you know, someone got hold of her number and, wait a minute, that's it. I think I have it. I think I remembered the password. It's Mary. Yes, Mary, after my grandniece Harriet. Oh, I'm so happy I remembered. Yes, I'm sure you are too, David. Now you try Mary. I'm sure that's it. Such a sweet name, Mary. Lovely young thing she was, but tough as nails. Very much like me when I was a child. Oh, the stories I could tell you. Oh, what? It isn't Mary. Well, for goodness sake, I was sure. Well, I'm sorry too. It was certainly not my intention to upset you. I'm sure it is frustrating. I'm as frustrated as you are. I mean, after all, it's my money, isn't it? Well, you shouldn't get so excited. You must learn to relax. Good. Now let me think. I've got it. I know where it is, and you'll never believe it. I wrote it on the inside cover of my New York Times cookbook. Yes, this time I'm positive. I was baking soda bread when Cindy called. Cindy's my daughter, did I? Yes. Well, Cindy called and gave me the password, and I wrote it on the inside of the book cover. Yes, I'm positive. Well, that's the problem, you see. I don't have the book. I lent it to Flo Steinberg in 2A. Yeah, poor thing. Her husband, Max, lost his paper hanging job. He hung 30 rolls of wallpaper upside down. A lovely Paris landscape. Odd, he never noticed the Eiffel Tower. They were very angry, I can tell you, and I can't blame them, really. I understand that paper was quite expensive. Yes, I'll call Flo and call you back. Oh, I can't call you back. It's against the rules? Well, if you wait a minute, I'll go next door and see if she's home. Is that all right? Good, I'll be right back. Oh dear, I just remembered. Harriet's away this week at a witch's cup. Well, it's not my fault she's a... Well, there's no need to get angry with me, young man. Now listen, Phil, this business appears to be upsetting you, and I don't want you to have a heart attack, so I've made a decision. I've decided to withdraw my money and buy that piece of property. No, I think that's best. I disagree. I think real estate's a very safe investment, and now I can double the rent. Well, I'll own Boardwalk and Park Place, won't I? That's a monopoly, young man, a monopoly. However, I want you to know how much I appreciate your taking the time to help me, and I'd like very much to send you a gift. A get out of jail free card. Somehow I have a feeling you'll be needing it. Robert? Hello? Are you there, Robert?